Football Saturday continues with a great showdown here on EA Sports. It's the New Mexico State Aggies and the Florida State Seminoles. Alongside David Pollock and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
There is a lot to prove in Tallahassee this season. Coach Mike Norvell has answers after a disappointing 5-7 season. They got the upset in Week 1 against Alabama, but it was not a strong season after that. Fans in Doak Campbell want to see if they can get back on track and become one of the powerhouses they once were in Tallahassee. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. So the Florida State Seminoles kicker heading to the football to start this 2026 season. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Aggies offense will come out first. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He's worked his way into this passing attack, and the coaches are very pleased with his progress. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known.
It's pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, a lot of spots. Except the guy at wide receiver, David. He is elite. And today on offense, everything should go through him.
And when you've got one of those guys, you've got a chance, right? One guy that puts fear in the defense. And I love that we continue to see guys have real success at smaller levels, right? It's not just the power four. These are guys that end up getting plucked and go to the next level. You can still be a burner and still have that great speed and route running and develop. And this guy has, and he is one of the best players on he actually is the best player on this team, and he is option number 1 for the squad.
Looking to throw, it's Webster. Finds his man.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
This is an offense, guys, that really believes in physicality, and that's their identity. So running the ball on second down, no problem for them.
The Aggies are moving quickly down the field. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
Second down to the air. Finds his target. Turns it on in midfield. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. New Mexico State lines up quickly.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
RPO complete. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Florida State's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. They'll try to get the ground game going against what looks like a tough matchup for him. We'll see if this backer can keep him in check. They'll get the transfer rolling with an early carry. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They give it to him again. Enough to move the chains. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
Well, a lot of people in Florida State really excited about Quintravion Wisner coming in over from Texas to fit into this offense. Obviously, a very disappointing year last year, David. And with Wisner and his game-breaking ability with his speed, they're really expecting a lot of explosive plays from their transfer running backs.
Man, and so much excitement last year when you started and you beat Alabama, and like everybody was pounding their chest, and then everything's really changed since that point. Norvell back calling plays. You know, he is obviously a guy that's under pressure, under fire, been talked about a lot. This could go a long way if they can have an explosive offense. Get that side of the ball taken care of again, a long way to having another turnaround season for Florida State.
Keeps it himself. Pulls it and runs it again. Turning it on. Makes the tackle.
And we talked to the coaches coming in, right? Like, they knew they were going to see the option. But the speed is so much faster in the game, and the offense does a really good job getting it to the pitch man pretty quickly, making that read and making a play early in this football game.
Burrowing for yardage. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Seminoles will hustle to the line.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1, was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
This defense is going to have to do a better job slowing down the run. We've seen twice now in this opening drive. This guy break one. And so this defense has to do a better job at the point of attack, and their D coordinator probably is already thinking to himself, do I have to get another guy in the box to slow this guy down?
Gonna run it. It's Chroma. Swamped immediately.
That's a statement by the defense. Offense is trying to get physical. They're running power. They're pulling the backside guard, and you blow the play up in the backfield for a loss.
The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Ready. Go, go.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35. Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Looking to pass. It's Daniels. Look out! Takes a shot as he lets it go.
This pass rush is real, man. They force the quarterback, they flush him out to the left, and he's trying to scramble around, find an open guy. They still are able to get a hit on him, and that forces the incompletion.
It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that's going to give us a tie ball game here in the first.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Stanley. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. And the Aggies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Handoff again. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Keeps it moving. It's Stanley. Makes his man miss. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Up to 44 yards on the ground in this first quarter. That is a terrific start. Caught on the RPO. And a good pickup there. They'll move the sticks for a first down. Let's see if they try to get another snap before the quarter expires. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking downfield, it's Webster. Final play of the quarter, and the ball falls incomplete. Both teams wanted to run the football. Let's see how these two guys are doing so far. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Handoff to the single running back.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Quick completion on the out route. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. New Mexico State to the line after picking up the first down. It's inside, it's Stanley. It's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And when you're on defense and it's wet and it's rainy, you know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier, it gets a little slicker. You're trying to get to that thing. You know you get your hand on it. There's a good chance it's coming out. Nice job on the defense forcing it with the assist from the weapon.
Guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Just feeds the running back. Nowhere to go. Well, they called that an ISO play, and it was isolated for a loss.
And they try to isolate a linebacker inside and really run the football right at you, right down the middle. But you better move those big defensive linemen out of the way and create some space. They didn't do it.
Makes him grab and room to run. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
Trying to establish the run. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Might as well run him again. He'll move it ahead, and a good productive play on the ground.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
On the option, he'll try to get to the marker himself. Knocks him down a couple of yards short of the marker, and how about this free safety showing those tackling skills and forcing a fourth down. And the Seminoles will go for it on fourth down. Looking for the marker. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the fourth down, and it paid off. and 1 is one thing, but 4th and 2, sometimes the coaches sort of chicken out at the last minute. Not this time. They go for it and they get it.
I don't disagree. Just that 1 yard does make me think a little bit more. But, dude, I'm going for this. I work on this every single week in practice. I know I get the extra down now, so my 3rd down calls are even different. But 4th and 2, I like the aggressiveness to go get it.
They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Rides to the back. There he goes. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. The Knowles pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. From the gun, the running back has it.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
Quick give. It's Singleton. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. And the Seminoles come to the line in the hurry-up. In the red area, it's Singleton. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Nice 1st down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Never getting stopped on that 2nd down. Don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on 3rd.
He's going for the goal line, and he surges across the line. Touchdown, Florida State!
Mano-a-mano, the offensive line gets it done, driving the defense back, creating an easy lane for that running back.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the New Mexico State offense to go on the attack. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. They get you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Dropping back, it's Webster. He's going to throw deep right side. He's got it along the sideline. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, New Mexico State. Extra point here will tie the game.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the 2nd half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the 1st half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the 2nd half.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Florida State comes out ready to put something together on this drive. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job, opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at it, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. He stopped a little bit short. They'll mark it at the 38. It's 4th down. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack. This offense has it with really good field position. Sets his feet. It's Webster. Under pressure, and it's a sack. Now the Aggies will use their last timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Oh, pressure's coming. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And that's frustrating for an offense, man, because you got great field position set up. You want to be aggressive. You want to take advantage of it. But in order to do that, the offensive line has to do their job. You've got to give your QB time. They don't do it. And back-to-back plays, they're going the completely wrong direction.
Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. From the gun, he's past the sticks. They make the stop, and he's got enough for the first down, and now this offense might have a chance to do something. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Wants to throw one first. He lets it fly. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, week 1, the start of a brand new season, and it's our pleasure to welcome you into the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's start with Memphis taking on the UNLV Rebels. And it's the Tigers looking to get the job done on the road. Right now it's early, but they lead this season opener. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now over to your game at Doak Campbell Stadium. As we take a look at some of the key stats so far, the yardage numbers and the turnover battle, it's probably safe to say the team that wins those categories is going to be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Doak Campbell Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. New Mexico State will kick it away to open this 3rd quarter. On the move from inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5.
Blue 22. Blue 22. Ready, go.
Got the first down. Oh, he's got some space. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
You see so many offenses these days just throw swing routes to the running back. That's the extension of the run game. Well, that's the play that's the extension of. It's the toss. And when he gets outside, watch out. He can dial up home runs.
Pulls it looking for a crease. And he'll be hit immediately. No gain on the play. Looks as if we have an injured player for the Aggies on the field. Training staff out there checking on this freshman linebacker. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down.
Ready. Ready. Spider under. Spider under. Go, go.
Quick give. There's a crease. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. The Seminoles kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Sets his feet, it's Daniels. Out wide right, it's Wiles. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Robinson. He's down right there. Short gain on the grab.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6. The Seminoles in the hurry-up. With the run on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. Big boys in the goal line D. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
All right, so now you're in this 3rd down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that, too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's 4th down. 4th down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
He's changing the play. He wants to throw it. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. All the way back. Touchdown, Aggies.
And that is a critical error by the quarterback at a critical juncture of the game, right, David? This thing's already close, and it's the smallest mistake that could make the difference. That pick 6 certainly hurts his team, but there's a lot of football left, a lot of time left. You got to be resilient as a quarterback. You have to be able to turn the page and get back out and attack with confidence.
You made a mistake. You're exactly right. You got to flush this. We got to move on. Obviously, the crowd goes nuts. The fans are all into it. The other side's energized. Now you got to go get your head together. Go watch the clip, see what happened. What did I do wrong? You got to get out there and go fix it because you still got a chance to win this ball game.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Straight ahead, it's Singleton. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on 3rd down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
They're all over him. Gets it inside the 15. Touchdown, Knowles. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
Hey, how about the bomb, the long field all the way across the field? Big-time play, big-time throw. Receiver runs underneath it, takes it to the house. Huge play for this offense.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 3rd. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished with a 62-yard pass for the score. He'll bring it out. It's Pride. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And that's why you do explosive work in the weight room. Arm day's a good thing as he gets to the 23. The Aggies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Dropping back, it's Webster. Rush is on. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dope. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Running inside. It's Stanley. Taken down.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Looking for a big play. He's got it inside the 30. They just barely saved themselves from giving up a score on the final play of the 3rd period, and will carry that one into the 4th. Headed into the 4th quarter, these 2 wide receivers, prolific playmakers. Here's how they've done in this one so far. Can't wait to see how this 4th quarter is going to go and see who can come out on top in this barn burner. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Run in the red zone. It's Stanley. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Throws quickly. Touchdown, Aggies! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
defense has got to do a better job of corralling this wide receiver. They've got to know where he lines up each and every play. And then once he has the ball, they have to play with a sense of urgency and get Hats to the football. He's just way too dangerous in the open field.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. The Seminoles offense comes out first down here in what has been a highly entertaining Week 0 game. What a welcome to college football for this season. Gonna run it. It's Croma. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Looking for a man. It's Daniels. Here comes the heat. He'll try to do it himself. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. They'll run it. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Looking for running room. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. And the Noles want to crank the tempo. Bush is ahead. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
Well, I think this running back has proven this game here tonight that he can be counted on and relied on, right? In a big moment right here, late in the game when they need to run the ball to ice this thing, he's able to deliver.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Fires to the wideout. Right side, it's Carter. That's his first catch of the season. They believe he is a freshman who can contribute a lot early. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown Seminoles! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
Really nice timing on that throw by the quarterback. Took his steps, he pitched, he got rid of it quickly on the line, put it on his guy running straight down the field, and he's able to catch it in the end zone.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Prime. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. Tie game, 4th quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They give it back to him. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. As heartbreaking as it is for this guy to give up the football there, an exhilarating moment, a big-time play for this defense.
We talk about plays that just change momentum, and you're feeling that tidal wave and that shift right now after that play. What an outstanding individual effort by that defender to come away with the fumble recovery. And now let's find out what his offense can do.
Great place to start for this offense. Hand it to the back. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. With that, he's got 101 yards on the ground, and with that run, he eclipses the 100-yard mark in this season opener. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind, but listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Here we go. 3rd down and 1. Let's see what you're made of. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
The AT unit on the field. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. Bringing it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They could make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You got to execute and you got to lock in.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Fighting off the defender. And he loses the ball 2nd time today. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game because that hit is what caused that fumble.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They've been outstanding the last couple of possessions, both times winding up in the end zone, and they've grabbed the lead. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Got some room into the goal line. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Florida State.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time, couple of plays into the end zone. He'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming.
Great job by the defense that time, getting the sack. But no time to celebrate. You got to line up right now because the offense is going tempo.
And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. looking downfield. It's Webster. On the move, he fires. Finds the big tight end. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. And with the clock stopped, they can get their thoughts together to call this play after picking up the first. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their second. And they can take a moment to try to build a little momentum, get the right play called after picking up the first down. Out wide right, it's Ellison. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get the...
He caught it. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
And the extra point is good. They've got enough time to get another score, but they have to get the ball back on this onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside. Touchdown, no! Special teams coming through, the third aspect of the game, delivering big time.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. He'll bring it back looking for help. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Here on the New Mexico State sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I can see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Back to throw, it's Webster. He's taking a deep shot. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. Drops back on first down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. Throws to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.